It's go live time. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our second Trippy Food live stream. We're calling this our happy hour because we're going to do some drinking. And if you are underage or if you don't drink, that's okay too. You can grab your soft drink, something that we can talk about, and we'll all have a drink and we'll talk about it. So basically, Darja Kane, and hopefully he'll join us. I don't see anybody on right now, but hopefully Darja Kane will join us. And when he does, he has a Polish beer on ice. And I have a Polish beer on ice. Oh, where is it? Hang on one second. I'm going to go get it. Well, that's embarrassing. Anyways, waiting for some people to join. I am looking here. How many people are on? Nobody is on. Ooh. Okay. Well, we'll wait. We will. I'm going to wait to crack that beer open until some people join us. Hopefully, Darja Kane will join us and be able to open that up. He is in Germany, and they are. I don't remember how many hours before us. Last time we did the stream at 6 p.m. and it was, I think, 3 in the morning in Germany, something like that. So yeah, hopefully, because we started early, it's only, just a little bit after midnight, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, and he'll be able to join us. So I do have this fine beverage, which is what we're going to drink today. It is a 4.3% by alcohol volume. This is Warka, which is from Poland. It is high-quality beer, combined species of barley, essentially rich flavor. So bright from Pilsen and dark roasted. Okay. Anyways, we're going to give it a try. If you know anything about me, I think probably you do by now, that I'm kind of maybe a little bit of a lightweight when it comes to any kind of alcoholic beverage, really. So Saturday night is my beer night, and that's why I decided to share it with you guys, because we're Saturday night's going to be beer night anyways. So we'll share it live. And then I also have some Asian snacks to go with it. So I went shopping at our local Asian market, which is Hawaii Supermarket in San Gabriel, California. And I have this. And I'm guessing by the logo, I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm guessing by the logo that this is Lay's. And it looks, from the writing on it, which I really can't tell, it is Thai. And this is salted egg flavor chips. We'll try those. And then we have 2 from Calbee, and Calbee is a company from Hong Kong. And there's this, which is, what is this? It is a potato chip. It's definitely a potato chip because there's a picture right there. And this is what? This is semi-dried oyster flavored potato chips. So that's interesting too. And then last but not least, we have also by Calbee, melty cheese melty cheese pizza potato chips. Now, also, I think I have worked out the lighting. So last time I had the blinds open, and the sunlight was coming in, but then as it got darker, the video got grainier and everything. So I have a light, and hopefully the lighting doesn't change. So still waiting for people. Did I not advertise this well enough? I don't know. Oh, wait. We do have 4 people. We have 4 people on. Hey, say something so that I know who's on there and who. And I think maybe I can click that and see that. I cannot click that and see. So you have to let me know who you are. Last time we had up to 14 people at any given time. So, people came in and people dropped off and they just kind of wanted to see what's going on. Now, I also had a fan on. I have two fans on. I have one over here and one over here. And I shut the one over here on because usually if I'm talking, it sounds like I live next to an airport. And it's about 30 to 40,000 degrees outside. I'm not sure exactly what. I stuck a spoon out in the window and it melted. So it's pretty warm out there. But if I turn that fan on, I'll be cooler. But again, it's going to make a lot of noise. So you let me know if you're getting a lot of noise from this fan over here. And now we have 5 people on. I don't know if that counts me or not. So we have 4 people besides me or 5 people besides me. Hey, let me know who you are. And let me know if you were here last week. Because the thing was, last week we did it on a Friday, not yesterday Friday, but a week ago Friday. We did it on a Friday. And I asked people, said, hey, when do you want us to do the next one? And they said this Saturday would be good. And they said earlier would be good. So that's why we bumped it up from 6 p.m. to 4 p.m. And we did it on a Saturday night. But again, I will share with you that Saturday is my beer night. And so we're going to share beer night together, or whatever your beverage of choice is. So maybe I don't have this live chat thing correct. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're actually writing stuff on there and I'm not seeing it. I hope not. Let's see. Live chat messages, all messages visible. So you guys gotta let me know you're out there. Let me know who you are and let me know that you're out there because, hey, I can talk to the camera by myself all night long. I can do that all night long, but I look pretty dumb doing that. We can talk about whatever you want. Remember last time, so we covered hot dogs last time. We covered pizza last time. I think we covered burgers last time. Is there some other food that you want to cover? Let's see. Now live on my channel. Me. Oh, I'm getting a message that I'm live on my channel. I gotta go. I gotta go watch me. No, I'm here. I'm here already. So, one of the things in the last one, I kind of talked about when on the show I say we, and people go, "Well, Val, it just seems to be you. What is this we stuff?" So again, we have a lot of guests. We have a lot of regular guests. Obviously Matt from Reckless Eating, he's a regular guest. We do have a lot of regular guests. We have Toby Funk as a regular guest. What the most off-putting food that you have tried? I'm glad you asked that. Hang on to that one section. I just want to do some introductions, some proper introductions. So I want to introduce you to other people that I consider part of the Trippy food family that you may not see on a regular basis, or you may not hear from, but they're integral in our history and in what we're doing. So I would be remiss to mention Joshua Joseph. And Joshua Joseph was the one that got me into blogging for the first part. I think it was like 2008 or something. He was a coworker of mine, and every Friday we would bring in something unusual to eat. And he's going, "Val, you have so many stories, you have so many things. Why don't you share it with people? And why don't you do a blog?" And so I did, and then he helped me name the blog. And basically, we're trying for some sort of name that represented both travel and food, which is why we have Trippy and food. Although most people hear Trippy food and they say, "Hey, does that mean that you take acid and you eat weird stuff?" It's like, no. So it was a travel and food blog, just like this is a travel and food channel. And so Joshua, I was going to say, help me come up with the name. That would be incorrect. Joshua came up with the name Trippy Food, and we adopted the name Trippy Food. So yeah, he's another person that I consider part of the Trippy Food family, along with Tiny Val. And you may have seen Tiny Val in several episodes. He was actually the star of one of the episodes. So see if you can find that episode and let me know who that was. I know who it is. I just want to see if you know who it is. So Ryan Jones, welcome, Ryan. What is the most off-putting food that I have tried? So I would say that this is a food that I've tried it, and I said, okay, I tried it. I'm never going to try that again. But I gave it 3 or 4 tries, and there's probably 2, and they're both Korean. So one is bondegi, and bondegi is silkworm pupa. which is basically the silkworm spins itself into a cocoon, spins the silk around it, and then it starts to develop into the moth. So while it is in that state, in factories in Korea, where the people would unspin the silk to make silk, they wouldn't be able to get up. They wouldn't be able to get something to eat. So basically, what they would do is they would unspin the silk, and then when they got back down to that little insect at the bottom of it, what are they going to do? Throw it away? No, they want to keep up their strength. So, pop a silkworm pupa. So they generally sell them. If you go to the Asian market, I'm sure any Asian market you go to, they're going to have them, and they're usually in a little can. That's upside down, of course. They're in a little can packed in water. In some stores, some Asian grocery stores, you can get them in the frozen food section, and they're frozen. All right. Now, I have tried them both ways, and the typical way to do them is just to heat them up. Right, just put them in a pan on the stove and heat them up. The first time I did it, I tried frying them because somebody said put them in a pan and heat them up. So I put them in a frying pan, and because they have water, they're packed with water. They were popping like popcorn. I had put the lid on and everything. I did not like them. I tried heating them up. I tried frying them. These are the ones packed in the water. I didn't like them at all. To me, they tasted like little skin bags full of rotting leaves. So David Gordon, who is the bug chef, he's been on several of our episodes. He's a good friend of ours. And he and I did an episode together when we were at the bug fair at the Los Angeles County Natural History Museum. And we tried bondegi. So we tried frying them. We had the frozen ones, and we tried frying them, and we tried nothing we could do to make them taste good. So essentially, that's one of the foods. I'm like, I've given it 5 or 6 tries. I'm never going to try it again. The other one is, hey, ducks rule, silver fox. Well, I'm not sure if you are using a different name logging in, because we have somebody else on the channel who regularly calls me silver fox. But either way, hello. Nice to see you again, or nice to see you again. Welcome back to the room. The other thing that was off-putting for me was another Korean dish called hanjeo, or hanjeo go, I think sometimes they call it. And basically what it is, it's fermented skate, and a skate is a stingray. And what they do is they cut it. They cut the stingray up into little chunks, and they leave because it doesn't have bones. So the rays have cartilage fins. I mean, cartilage, kind of bones in it, and they cut it up into pieces. And the stingray, or the skate, excretes uric acid through its skin. And so uric acid, for those who aren't chemically inclined, is the same substance you find in urine. But they excrete this through their skin, and so to ferment it, they just allow that uric acid to do the fermentation of the meat. And so when you buy it, you go into a Korean grocery, and they have this very, very beautiful, wooden box, very wonderful display, presentation. And then there's like a little piece of plastic on it, like nice, evenly squared pieces, all in a nice little row. So you take the outside plastic off, and then you lift the plastic lid off of it, and it smells like Godzilla's wet diaper. It's horrible. And then you go to put the thing in your mouth, and it's so ammoniated that it burns your tongue. So yeah, those two things, bondegi and hanjeo go, I'm sorry, or hanjeo. Did them, not going to do them anymore. Incidentally, both of those you'll be able to see if you look up our old episodes. So, which LA restaurant did you have the highest hopes for, but was a disappointment? That's a little bit of a tricky question. And the reason is because I don't really go to really fancy high-end restaurants, right? So I can't see spending $300 for a meal. For me, I prefer some of the mom and pop place. Look up our episode on, there's a place called Stretch the Noodle in Portland, Oregon. It's one of the food carts in Portland, Oregon, and they make la mienne, which is the hand-pulled noodles. And there's a woman that stands in the window of the cart. It's just she and her husband are the only ones working there. They stand in the window of the cart, and she just hand pulls the noodles, twists them around, pulls them down, pulls them. Big smile on her face. And then she puts it in a bowl with the freshest broth with the chunks of meat that are just like melt as soon as you put in your mouth. It's just astounding, right? And that little whole bowl with fresh vegetables and 30 stick 30 thick sturdy broth, like $5, right? And so it's hard to get disappointed when you're planning on paying like $5, $6, $7 something dollars. It's easier to get disappointed if you are going out to dinner and you're saying, I know we're going to spend $150, or I know we're going to spend $200 or something like that on it, and then it doesn't live up to the expectations you have. So I don't know. I can't really think of any place that I can think of here in LA that I think really it didn't live up to my expectation or anything like that. So I've yet to be disappointed. And it doesn't mean that I don't know when I run into like bad food or bad service or bad environment or something. I just really haven't. I can't think of anything, offhand where I could say, like, you could say, what LA restaurant did you have the highest hopes for? What was the biggest disappointment? You could say, like, what food were you looking forward to, or what food were you going to try that you found to be a big disappointment? So I can answer that one. I was on the New Jersey Turnpike. I was on my way down to South Carolina from Boston. Stopped in, I think it was Delaware. New Jersey. No, it was in New Jersey. It's off one of the rest stops in New Jersey. Stopped there, and I saw that they had a what is the Coney Island hot dog place? Nathan's. They had a Nathan's in there. Nathan's Coney Island hot dogs, and I go like, oh, Nathan's hot dogs. I want one of those. That was one of the worst hot dogs I ever had in my life. And I thought, Nathan's. They should know hot dogs by now, but yeah. It was not good. So I was really disappointed in that. Ryan Jones, I have heard no one sing the praise of fermented skate, even those who claim to like it constantly apologize for it. Yeah, absolutely. When I went to buy it, I went to the Korean grocery and I brought it to the counter. And the woman says, "Is that for you?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Have you had that?" And I said, "No." And she goes, "You're going to eat that?" And I said, "Yes." And she goes, "I recommend lots of soju." So yeah, I think even people in the Korean people working in the grocery kind of said like, yeah, I had a lot of people do that with some of the things that I bought. They said, "Oh, you're going to eat that?" And I said, "Yeah." And they go, "You like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And have you had it? "No, I'm not eating that." So that was one of them. And you saw people eating the whole stingray thing. No, Cole, welcome aboard, Cole. No, not the whole stingray. Again, the little pieces of the fermented stingray, like so the wings or the cheeks or whatever you want to call them, cut into squares and allowed to ferment with that uric acid. That's what I saw. I never saw anybody eat a whole skate. Or late 1990s, late 1980s or 90s. I can't remember offhand. But down in the village, there was a place that had a stingray plate or a skate plate dinner, and it was really good. The thing is, you have to get past that cartilage, so you have two choices. One, you can chew that cartilage, and it takes a long time to chew. It's like the knees of a chicken, the cartilage is between the bones in a chicken's leg. It takes a lot of chewing, or you can just like kind of clean it off the bone and or off the cartilage and just not eat it. But yeah, I've had like a big piece of stingray or skate about that big, but I've never seen anyone eat a whole one. But if somebody put one on a plate in front of me, yeah, I'd eat it. Ryan, I have seen it on many travel shows and reckless eating, I think, as well. The fermented skate, yeah. Well, we did. Actually, we did fermented skate. We did the Hanjo on our show. I think it was on the LA, one of the LA Weird Food Festivals. We did the Hanjo. And then I also did it. I'm not sure if we did it as an episode or it was a reckless eating episode, but I know we did it with reckless eating. And I think we had Quincy, Q the Critic, was on with us, and he was eating it. And at first he thought it was disgusting, and then eventually he's like, "This is delicious." Sure, whatever. What is your favorite food at the fair? I'm glad you asked that. I'm not glad you asked that, but I'm happy to answer it for you. So, I've been to a lot of fairs. The one I want to go to is the Minnesota State Fair. It's supposed to be really, really good, and the Texas State Fair because it's so big. I have been to every one of the county fairs in Southern California. I have been to a couple of the county fairs in Oregon and the Oregon State Fair. I have been to I've been to the Washington State Fair, and I've been to the Topsfield Fair in Massachusetts. So in all of those, they always have some really, really interesting things. One of the things I was really looking forward to is at one point in time they had fried chicken skin, and I was really, really looking forward to that. Chicken chicharron. And unfortunately, none of the places that I wanted to have it at had it. But I would say that for me, the best one I've had at any of the fairs is, with the exception of the Riverside County Fair and Date Festival, because you get date shakes there, and those are really good. But as far as fair food, as far as weird fair food goes, Chicken Charlie's, who is a staple. I don't know how far they travel. I know that they're headquartered in San Diego, California, and they do all the county fairs. So they've done the San Diego County Fair, the Los Angeles County Fair, the Orange County Fair. It was the past year, yeah. And Chicken Charlie's did this chimichanga with flaming hot chicken chimichanga, buffalo chicken chimichanga with flaming hot Cheetos. And I know it sounds really weird, but it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It was so amazing that we originally had it at the San Diego Fair. I covered that with Matt from Reckless Eating. We originally had it at the San Diego Fair, and then we went to the LA County Fair. The LA County Fair, and Chicken Charlie's was there, and they were presenting, different foods, and they had it there, and we're like, oh well, we're really eager to see what you have for the fair, and then we looked and we go, they have the chimichangas. So yeah, that's probably my favorite thing that I've ever had at a county fair, and still weird at the same time, is the buffalo chicken chimichanga at Chicken Charlie's. We like the chimichanga too. Hi, by the way, Janice. Hello. So Janice, you are in the LA area, correct? So did you have that at the LA County Fair, Janice? I can wait. We may have a lag time. Last time it was pretty quick, but we may have a lag time here. I'm not sure. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the sound okay? Is that fan bothering you at all? I mean, just let me know. Let me know if everything sounds okay. Should we open our beer? Should we crack our beer open? I was planning, because I called this a happy hour, I was planning on going an hour at least. Last time what happened is people really started to get into it. I'm saying that there's 6 people on now. Maybe we'll get some more people to join us. But I was planning on an hour last time, and it turned into 2.5 hours just because we really got into a heated conversation. So we'll play it by ear. I mean, if it's slow, if it's quiet and everything, we'll call it at an hour. So we are, how far are we in? We're almost a half an hour in. So we'll wait till the half hour point, and then we will crack open our Polish beer. And the thing is, I had this on ice, and it could get warm, and it could get room temperature, but that's okay because I like room temperature beer as long as it's good beer. I not only can I not drink like Bud Light ice cold, room temperature, I can't even drink it ice cold. So a good beer, I can drink room temperature. And I'm partial to porters and stouts. I like thick, dark beers, and even like some because some of the porters and stouts are even a little bit sweet. I love porters and stouts. Not a big fan of really hoppy IPAs. Maybe a little bit too bitter for me. I don't like sour beers. Every once in a while I'll drink one just as a novelty and everything, but don't prefer them. I like, and I don't know if it's really a technical term, but red beers. It just seems like a red beer. And then I like some of the novelty beers, like what is it? Belching Beaver peanut butter milk stout. That one is really good. The Narragansett Autocrat Coffee Milk Stout, really good. We had one, I think, I'm pretty sure that we did a Trippy Food Beer Blast with Matt Zion and Lindsay from Reckless Eating. And we had there was a tiramisu beer that was really, really outstanding, and it was bottled for Trader Joe's. I have not seen it at Trader Joe's after that, but it was a really good beer, and I would have that anytime at all. I missed it when you flashed across the screen. What beer was that? I'm sorry, Jeremy. And Jeremy, if you just popped in, welcome. It is Warka. Warka is the beer, and I think Warka is the brewery as well. And again, it says combined species of barley, rich flavor, essentially rich flavor, bright from Pilsen and dark roasted. Dark roasted what? I don't know. It is high quality beer, and it must be high quality because this set me back almost $2.50 at our local Eastern European supermarket. So it's a Armenian, Eastern European, Middle Eastern market. You can get a lot of everything, a big variety. If you watched our European banh mi episode, a lot of the meats that I got for that, I got it at John's Marketplace. So yeah, we're gonna try this Polish beer and see what it's like. And we've got about 4 minutes left, and then we're gonna crack that thing open. Jeremy, thanks, just did. Okay, cool. Pork Chop Express. Hey, I don't recognize you from last time, so welcome aboard, Pork Chop Express. Just got a variety of Independence Brewing Company mixture of IPAs, not too bad. So I don't mind the fruity IPA so much if they're not like too tart. I don't mind that kind of fruity ones and everything, but. So is there any one that you would recommend? I mean, like, have you gone through the different variety of beers? If there's any one that you can recommend, is put it up on the screen and we'll try it. Because we do every once in a while we'll do a Trippy Food Beer Blast, and so we'll try to get 5 or 6 different unique beers and give them a try. Any favorite breweries in Southern California? Yeah. I like Golden Road. I like is it Firestone? I think Firestone might be local. I like Firestone. I like El Segundo Brewery. I think it's called El Segundo Brewery. They're really good. And the brewery, the brew pubs, or like when you go to the brewery and they have that like a little restaurant and everything, that is the best place because you get the beer there, you get to try the beer there, and then most of them have really, really good food. So yeah, I would say El Segundo Brewery, Golden Road, and probably Firestone, which I think Firestone is local. Just correct me if I'm wrong. And like I said, it's worth a trip out to the brewery to go to their little restaurant. And some of them will actually give you tours. You can take a tour, and then afterwards they give you like a little thimble full of beer that you can test. So it's kind of nice. Golden Road's food is better than the beer. Yeah, I'll give you that too. Their food is pretty good. Have you ever had Chimay? Yes, I have had Chimay. It is a Trappist beer, expensive but very good. So my friend Anshu, who owns Exotic Meat Market, he gifted me a bottle of Chimay. I think it was the blue, Chimay Blue. It is. If that does that sound right to you? And yeah, it was. It's very good. So it is expensive, and it is worth. Well, it wasn't expensive to me, but it was a very nice gift because it was a very good beer. So I'm not a big fan of wines. A red every once in a while, like white wine is kind of like, I don't know, maybe I just haven't had a good one. But I like red wines. I like sangria. Not too fruity though. Like sometimes you get it and it's like has fruit juice in it, as opposed to them chopping up fruits and letting the fruit sit in the wine so that the wine absorbs the juice from the fruit and the fruit absorbs the wine. I like a good sangria every once in a while as well. And you guys, any winos out there? And when I'm talking about wine, I am not talking about, if you watched our fortified wine episode, I'm not talking about those wines like Mad Dog and Richard's Wild Irish Rose, and they're bad. They shouldn't even call themselves wines. Trader Joe's sell decent wine for super cheap, like $3 to $4. But yes, so $2 Chuck, which is Charles Shaw. What Charles Shaw does is they buy out whatever's left the wineries. I don't know if it's just Napa, but they buy out whatever's left of the wine from these other breweries, and then what they do is they blend it, right? So they take the best of those, and they kind of blend them together. And because they've bought out the last of it, it doesn't really cost them that much money, so they're able to keep the price pretty low. But the $2 Chuck, which is the Charles Shaw wines, they're actually pretty decent. They recently came out with an organic one, and it's like $1 more. And that's okay, but it's the organic one for some reason is a completely different taste. The $2 Chuck did in the past go up in price, so I think it was like $3 Chuck for a while. They weren't calling it; they were still calling it $2 Chuck, but now it's back down to, around $2 a bottle. And so again, because it's high quality, it's a really, really good deal. Yes, Cabernet Sauvignon is my favorite. I live along Lake Erie. Oh, there you go. And we have 6 family-owned wineries with fields of grapes overlooking Lake Erie. Beautiful and delicious, although in the winter, probably not so beautiful. So again, New York State is a famous wine region. Here in California, you have Napa, you have Santa Barbara, you have Temecula. There's probably some other wine regions around here. In Oregon, you have the central. I don't think they call it the Central Valley. I'm not sure what they call it, but there's an area like just on either side of I-5 between Portland and Medford. Somewhere in the middle of the state, going down that I-5 corridor on either side of it is a really good wine country out there as well. Any plans to go to Seattle after this virus stuff is over? I could really go for a bag of dicks. Did you see? We did an episode of Dicks. We got a bag of dicks. It was okay. It's good for a fast food burger, and it's excellent at the price point, right? I would put it against even In-N-Out for the price point. Yeah, a really good burger, but nothing special or anything. Somebody, let's see. Because I wrote this down, somebody suggested another place in Seattle for burgers. What was that? That was, just bear with me while I look this up, because I always take notes. Loretta's. So somebody mentioned, well, maybe it was you. Yeah, it was you. Ducks Rule. You mentioned Loretta's. Although I'm guessing that Loretta's is more like a more upscale burger, or mid-range burger. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna try Loretta's. We have definitely tried Dick's. Let's see, how many times I've done Dick's twice. I've done Dick's twice. Yeah, I have though. I've done Dick's twice, and both times, very good. Ice wine, yeah. I don't think I've had ice wine. Ice wine is when they leave the grapes on the vine through the frost, so that the frost permeates the ice crystals in the grapes. It freezes, and it kind of does something to the grape, and then they make wine from it after it's been frozen. And apparently it's really good. I've not had it, but I would like to try it. I did have from Canada when I went to Quebec. I brought back maple wine. And I thought maple wine was going to be like, oh, this is syrupy. It tastes like maple syrup, and it did not at all. It was actually really, really, really good. So if you get a chance, I would recommend getting some maple wine from Canada. We had Red is actually a dive bar, and they serve burgers too. Oh, better still. Sometimes the bars have the best burgers. There's a place in Somerville, Massachusetts called, I don't know if I'm going to get the initials right. I think it's R.L. O'Sullivan's in Somerville, Massachusetts. And it's a bar. And they just have this one little grill in the bar, and they make these burgers. They make these gourmet burgers, and they're amazing. They're outstanding. So yeah, occasionally you just have these, little dive bars where the burgers are outstanding. And sometimes you go into these dive bars and you get a burger, and it's not outstanding, but somehow it's just the experience of the fact that you're in this, an example of that would be in Good Springs, Nevada. There is a place called Pioneer Saloon, and Pioneer Saloon has been, probably like 120 years or something like that now. And hey, John, Tony Tanuz. Am I saying that right? Tanuz, John Tanuz. Hey, welcome aboard. Good to see you. I don't recall seeing you last time, so welcome to our Trippy Food Happy Hour. And I will keep it the live stream. So if this is successful and you guys like this, we'll do another one next Saturday. We'll just keep on doing them until you guys tell me, Val, give it a rest. But anyways, getting back to the Pioneer Saloon. The Pioneer Saloon has been there forever. Maybe 120 years. It doesn't look like they've changed much, except maybe put up some neon signs. And they get this like frozen patty, and they'll throw it on the grill, and you eat the burger there and everything. There's nothing special about that burger, but the fact that you're eating it in the Pioneer Saloon just kind of makes it a good burger. I mean, I'm willing to admit it's not the best burger, but yeah, Pioneer Saloon, just a kind of really, really cool place to hang out. If you ever open up a P.O. box, best let us know. I'll have to send you some Central Indiana Beer Delights. Oh, Jeremy, I will do that. Thank you very much. So we're just kind of getting settled on stuff. I was talking to some people today about possibly doing merch. Would you guys be interested in that? Would you, like, if we had like T-shirts, hats, things like that, would you guys be interested in that at all? We could do some of those as giveaways as well. Like if we're doing a live stream, maybe we do a contest and some sort of like trivia contest or something, and maybe the prize could be like a T-shirt or a hat or something. But would you guys buy, if we did merchandise? Would you guys buy a hat or a T-shirt? Make America Trippy again, something like that. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, let us know. But yes, Jeremy, I will. Send me an email. Val@trippyfood.com. Send me an email and just let me know who you are, and then as soon as I have that set up and anything, I'll let you know. And yeah, we'll do it. John L.A. laughing my ass off. What are you laughing your ass off at? I mean, I could have said anything that was funny. Who knows? Shirts would be awesome. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I've had multiple requests for shirts, so we're definitely going to do shirts. I just don't know if you want hats, koozies. I don't know what else do you put the name on, and we would use the Hollywood sign Trippy Food logo. We have multiple logos. So like if you go to the web page, the one that's on the web page is our Boston Citgo sign version of the Trippy Food logo. The one that we have when you go to our website in the upper corner, the little round one, is our Portland, Oregon version of the Trippy Food sign. And then we have our Hollywood version of the sign. I think we have it back here. This guy right here. And so I was thinking of putting that one on the shirt. Oh, by the way, I'm currently working on a Las Vegas sign version of the Trippy Food logo as well. But yeah, if you let me know which one you want to see. You want to see the Hollywood Trippy Food sign? Do you want to see the Portland Trippy Food sign? Which one do you want? And we'll put it on a shirt. Trippy Food decals would be pretty cool. Okay, yeah, like bumper stickers. Yeah, we can do that too. We would probably buy shirts. Okay, so far I got shirts and bumper stickers. We'll get to work on that. And we'll make something happen. So we are at 4:38 Pacific time, which means that we better get happy hour started. So we're going to crack open this Polish beer, and hopefully, who was that? That was Darja Kane. Hopefully he will join us soon, and he will be able to open his Polish beer with us and share this with us. So I doubt, I could be wrong, but I doubt any of you at home have this beer. So I'm going to have to drink it myself and tell you what it tastes like. But at the same time, if you guys have one, drink them if you got them. If you've got something unusual there, drink it. Let me know what it is. Put the name up. Let me know how it tastes. And again, if any of you are either underage or just don't drink anymore, that's cool. I don't judge. Then get a nice soft drink or like a really good coffee or something like that, and we'll share. This is happy hour, right? And we all have to be happy. So I like this. This is like my favorite can opener. So this was a gift from Mrs. Trippy Food, and it is it's iron. I think it's iron. It's really heavy. It's an Iron Mermaid bottle opener. I don't know if this is an antique or not, or they just make it look antique or not. It's just a cool bottle opener. So let's go ahead and get this thing open. Oh, it smells pretty good. A lot of people ask me, when I'm eating something or when I'm drinking something, why do you smell it? And the real question is why wouldn't you, right? So eating is something that should be um, a experience for all the senses, right? Because smell accentuates taste, which accentuates sound. Sound is a little bit harder. If you're eating something crunchy, that's helpful. If you're eating something squishy, that's helpful too, because you can get some sound from that and everything. If you're slurping something through a straw, whatever, sound is important as well. So smell, taste, how does it feel? Is it slimy? Is it, so all your senses are really important when you're drinking or eating anything. I'm not going to feel this beer. I'm going to assume it feels like beer. But and let's see if I do a good pour. My daughter Julie, who you've seen on a couple of episodes, I think the most recent one was the our St. Patrick's Day episode. She's gotten really good at it. I think she served as a bartender for a while, and then she's always like telling me, "Dad, you got to learn how to do a good pour." Now, I think the brown bottle was a little bit tricky. It's actually not that dark. It's kind of like an amber color, not maybe a little darker than amber, like caramel, maybe a light caramel color. Thanks. I will try maple wine. Yes, Pork Chop Express. Do try the maple wine. I don't know if you're going to get a bad, if there's a good brand or a bad brand, but yeah, definitely try the maple wine. I agree. Jeremy, current beverage, Nancy Brew and the Hoppy Boys from Books and Brews. That's funny. I love that. Jeremy, are you from Indianapolis? Are you in the Indianapolis area? Where are you from? Ryan, I heard that you can't drink Polish beer and German beer at the same time. You mean like, like that? You mean like in the same or do you mean like sips of each? I'm not sure what that means. And I'm not sure why. But we'll have to try that. Next time we will get ourselves a Polish beer and a German beer, and we'll put them in glasses and we'll drink them side by side and see why you can't drink Polish beer and German beer at the same time. I am in Noblesville, Indiana, which is northeast of Indianapolis, Indiana born. So welcome, Jeremy. I have been to Indiana, I think twice. So I have been to Evansville and I have been to Indianapolis. And so this was for work. And while I was in Indianapolis, I finished early, like the second day, and I had some time on my hands. So I decided I was going to go down to the racetrack. And for back then, I think it was $1. For $1, they would take you on a bus and take you along the track on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And they have a really nice museum there as well, but with a bunch of race cars. But you couldn't get on the bus the day that I went because Johnny Rutherford was doing time trials. So he was trying to see how fast he can get in the car he was in, which I think he was doing like speeds of about 230 miles an hour. Which to me is like, if I can't take the bus ride, if I get to watch this thing, because you mostly go on when you're taking a tour, you mostly go on the infield. I think that's what they call it, the infield. And so just watching it, you could see it approaching before you could even hear it. So that was pretty impressive. In the northeast of India, yeah. I'll have to come back. I'm sure that there are things unique. There are foods and beverages unique to Indiana and Indianapolis that I'll have to try. They fight in the gut, a rim shot. But seriously, folks, it is a sad month here with the Indy 500 being. Oh yeah. You're lucky that the Indy 500 is being moved to August because a lot of things are just canceled outright. So California is really big on food festivals. So they have the Gilroy Garlic Festival. They have the Castroville Artichoke Festival. They have the a Fallbrook and a Carpinteria Avocado Festival. They have a Strawberry Festival in Oxnard, I think it is Oxnard. They probably have an apple festival in Julian. I'm not absolutely certain that they do. They should, because Julian is known for their apples and their apple pie. But those festivals and the fairs, they've canceled. So LA County Fair has canceled this year, not doing it. The California State Fair has canceled this year, not doing it. I think Fallbrook Avocado Festival is canceled, but the Carpinteria Avocado Festival has been pushed back to October, I think. Likewise with the Artichoke Festival in Castroville, that's been pushed back as well. So, but a lot of these things are just, like the Gilroy Garlic Festival is canceled this year. No Gilroy Garlic Festival. So yeah, I feel your pain, but like I said, at least you will get to go and attend. The only thing about being moved to August is, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Indy 500 is always held on Memorial Day weekend. I guess more people can go because it's a holiday. I think that's correct. But you'll let me know if that's not correct. But yeah, that's what I thought, is that it's on Memorial Day. So like, they're going to move it to August. I guess they can do it on a weekend or something. But no Four Loko. no Four Loko. I only tried the Four Loko once on Reckless Eating, and I wasn't a big fan. Maybe they have some that are good, but the one I had on Reckless Eating, didn't like it too much. So that, for me, drinking is, I don't drink to get drunk. I have drank enough to get drunk, but I don't drink specifically to get drunk. I would not continue to drink something that tastes bad just for the purpose of getting drunk. So for me, if I wanted to get drunk, I would drink something that tasted good in order to get drunk. I've tried some beers that were 14 to 16% alcohol, which is really, really high for a beer, but they really, really taste good. I think Lagunitas has one. It's a stout, maybe a stout or a porter, and it was 14%. And so I'm drinking it, just like I would drink any normal beer, and I'm drinking, and for some reason I just started getting lightheaded and swaying back and forth. I go, what the hell is going on? And I didn't realize that there was that much alcohol in the beer. For me, my alcohol, the alcohol that usually gets me drunk, because I'm usually in a social situation where, it's inevitable, is aguardiente. And aguardiente, if you've never had it, is a Colombian alcohol. It's basically a white rum that's flavored with anise. So it tastes like fake licorice candy. Sometimes they add sugar to it, so it's even sweeter. I do like the ones. There's some companies down there that in Colombia that make aguardiente that are sugar free or have less sugar in them, and I do like those. I think trying to remember the companies that make them. Cristal is one. Antioqueño is one, and that's my favorite. I really like that one. But aguardiente is a drink. If you're sitting around with a bunch of Colombians, and somebody pulls out the bottle of aguardiente, and then the shot glasses come out, and they just fill up their shot glasses. And it's everybody's going to drink aguardiente. They're going to say it in Spanish, of course, and I don't know how to do that until I have the aguardiente. And everybody's going to start drinking the aguardiente. And the thing is, it's almost considered rude if you don't drink the aguardiente. Now, I understand some people, they don't drink alcohol, they can't drink alcohol and everything, and you got to find some way around that. But if you drink alcohol and somebody has poured you as part of a group that they've brought you into, and they have poured you a glass of aguardiente, you're going to drink the glass of aguardiente. Now, most of them shoot it, but like I said, I'm a drinker, I'm a sipper. So to me, I'm kind of and Val, drink it faster. I'm no, I'm enjoying it. So the thing about aguardiente is that you don't realize how quickly it catches up with you, because the thing is, again, they're pouring rounds. So after 6 or 7, I am told that my Spanish improves drastically. I don't remember this, but I'm told that my Spanish improves drastically when I'm on my 7th or 8th aguardiente. So yeah, that's the get drunk drink for me. It is the weekend of Memorial Day. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's going to be. Is that a cassette tape collection behind you on the top shelf right? If so, nice. I have a cassette, vinyl, and 8-track collection. I do have cassettes. I don't have commercial cassettes. I have cassettes of when I was in a band. Oh, and that's. I gotta turn you guys on to the whole band thing, you'll be in shock. But yeah, I was in probably from age 14 to age 30. I was in bands, rock, kind of, Todd Rundgren Utopia-ish, Squeeze, some progressive rock, some pop, big mixture and stuff like that. And there are some videos out there. So, let's see how many people until the next time can find videos of me on the internet. I'll give you a little bit of a clue. On Facebook, there's a page called Notice. That was in the last band that I was in before I left Massachusetts. Notice. And then if you do a search for Notice on YouTube, and sometimes you might have to put my name in and stuff like that, then they'll come up with some other stuff that we did back, I say late 80s, early 90s or something that we did in a local studio. So just be prepared, because like my hair's down to here. I got a mustache. I look like Yanni or Frank Zappa or something like that. So anyways, let's go to the shelves. And so you're talking about the top shelf on your left. I think that's right. I can't tell if this is being reversed or not. So you're talking about up here. And no, those aren't cassettes. Those are CDs. I have like 2 racks full of CDs, and I ran out of space. And so the other CDs are up there, and then on these 2 shelves down here. So we have books up there, books and CDs and books up there. We have books on the bottom shelf, CDs on the shelf above that, some CDs here, and then a kind of spread among the next 3 shelves. We have what's the word? Souvenirs, maybe, like travel and food. Souvenirs, things that that I've collected over the years in my travels. So usually if I travel to a place, I like to get something, I say like no bigger than that, something like that I can bring home and put on that shelf. And so there's a lot of that. Maybe I'll take some pictures of that and just show people, and then maybe we'll have a contest and we'll see how many things people can identify in that list. There is no such thing as a good for loco. That was my assumption. But I don't like to judge until I've had, until I've had more than one. I will try it again. I will give it a shot. I'm sure Matt from Reckless Eating will have something planned for me like that. But anyways, here we go. Polish beer, still bubbly, so that's nice. Probably cool, not cold, and not room temperature. Hopefully it's not room temperature, because it's about 80 in here right now. It's creamy. It very much tastes like beer. Not ale. Like beer. There's a little bit of sweetness to it, almost like a graham cracker kind of flavor. Usually the head, the suds, can kind of be like soapy tasting, but these are creamy. They're nice. Yeah, that's smooth, velvety. I don't know if those are real words when you're doing beer tasting, but yeah, I like it. That is going to get a Trippy Food thumbs up. So and especially when you consider that this beer was, I think, $2.50, something like that. Yeah, pretty good. Thank you, Poland. My prize 8-track selection is a collection of CCR. Oh, nice. How many albums did they put out, by the way? One of the first cars I had an 8-track player in it, and I used to play 8-tracks in the player. And the thing I didn't like about 8-tracks is they were prone to jump tracks. So like you're listening to something and all of a sudden you hear part of the other track, and it might be backwards or something like that. So yeah, 8-tracks were fun for a while, but I never got into that, only because of that whole bleeding of the tracks, because you have to, like, I think it's 4 in one direction and 4 in the other direction, something along those lines. And yeah, when it used to jump tracks and everything was not good. So and for me, I used to be, I was a vinyl file, whatever you want to call that. So for me, vinyl was like it. And then when CDs first came out, because I'm old, when CDs first came out, I was hesitant to go to CDs because I said, there's no way that it's going to sound better than my vinyl. And then I would listen to it, especially with headphones on. I would I never heard that before. I never heard that in the vinyl before. Now the thing is, it's digital, so you're going to lose because with analog, you capture the full range of the sound, right? With digital, you're digitally reproducing it, and so you don't have the full range. So you're actually missing pieces when it's digitized. But it's so clean, it's so crisp that that you will hear things that you don't hear. So there's some pros and cons to both analog and digital. But like I said, I've converted to digital only because I listen back to stuff that I just never heard before. Hey, Michael Bowling. Good to see you. I don't recall you being on last time. If you were maybe lurking in the background and we just didn't see you. But welcome aboard. Hey, good to see you. If it is your first time, thank you for joining us. I do see some different names in here, so cool. Did I advertise this well? Let me know, because I think some of the names like Ducks Rule, you were here last time. I don't remember. Ryan, were you here last? No, I had a different Ryan last time. So I know I had some of you here last time, and I told you I was going to do it again this Saturday night. So I know that's probably why you're here. But then I put stuff on Twitter, I put stuff on Instagram, and I put stuff on our Facebook page. And so let me know, did you find out that way, or did you find out just because I set up the stream here on YouTube and you got an alert for it? So let me know how you heard about it. So it brings up an interesting question. Do you guys follow our other media? So we have a Instagram page, we have a Facebook page, we have a Twitter feed, and we have the YouTube channel, and we have the blog, of course, too. I try to do different. I try to do things differently on each of those, so that way, if you decide you're going to subscribe to all of them, that each one is a different experience for you. Instagram certainly is, because it's pictures. I know a lot of people do video on Instagram and everything, but I just stick for this for video. But let me know. I mean, do you even know about it? If you did know about it, would you check out our other media? And again, they're very different. On the Facebook page, I'm more prone to do like news stories, things like food and travel news stories on there, interesting things like that. A lot of the stuff from the Instagram feed also goes on to the Facebook page. The Instagram is just photographs, photographic images. The Twitter feed is a little bit different, because that's me responding to a lot of the things I see, and I can get a little political on there as well. So if that gets you a little angry, maybe don't follow our Twitter feed. But I try to do it in a humorous light. But sometimes it gets a little bit heated and it gets a little bit political and everything. But you'll see more of that on our Twitter feed. I knew from last week, but YouTube also sent me an alert too. Oh, good. Okay, awesome. So hopefully the other people. Tourniquet Jaw, I don't recognize your name, so welcome. I think this may be your first time in here. How did you hear about it? Were you notified? And forgive me if you guys were here last week and I just don't recognize your name, because I know that sometimes like people would come in and out. Sometimes they'd show up and disappear, whatever. So forgive me if I didn't recognize you from last time, but if not, just let me know how you did hear about it. Did you see it on Twitter? Did you see it on Facebook? Did you see it on Instagram, or did you get a notification? Honestly, almost all the YouTube creators I know are making all their money doing shots on Stream for Cash. What a world. Yes, that is absolutely true. I know that I filmed some stuff with Matt Zion today. Woohoo! And we were talking about that, and yeah, streaming is where he's making his money right now, because they were making some decent money from YouTube, and that's kind of dried up. A lot of the stuff, they took a lot of their videos down, especially the ones with the vomit alert and stuff like that. Took a lot of stuff down, knocked stuff down a peg, did some stuff with the advertisers and everything else like that. And so yeah, he's making most of his money from streaming right now. I don't worry about it because I'm not making a lot of money on any of the media. And it's going to sound weird to you guys, honestly, but I do this because I love it. I love what I do. I love the food. I love the travel, and I love to share it with people. And that's why I'm doing it. So I have something like on YouTube, I have 3,900, 39. That's right, 3,700 maybe subscribers. And that's not a lot. That's not a lot from for YouTube standpoint. I have maybe 1,000 something or 10, 11,000. I'm sorry, 1,100 Twitter subscribers or Twitter followers. I think the Facebook page is in the hundreds. And it's like maybe 750 followers on Instagram. So yeah, nothing that makes me money anywhere. None of that makes me money anywhere. But I just love what I do, and so I'm I'm in a position where I have a day gig and I don't have to worry. Like Matt, on the other hand, this is what he does for money. This is what he does for a living, and he's sincere about it. He's honest about it, and that's really him. But I'm fortunate in that I don't have to do it for money, and so I do it for love. So, and hopefully you guys love it, right? I saw your replay from last week. I got home late and I saw a notification on my subscription feed saying you streamed like 30 minutes prior. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, like I said last week, I was I was only expecting to do like an hour or so, but it just got where everybody was joining in and everybody wanted to talk and everybody, we're all having a good time. So I think we went 2.5 hours last time. I don't know if we'll go 2.5 hours tonight. Maybe 2 tops. We'll see how it goes. It's 5:01 right now. So that means we've been going for an hour, and I gotta get cranking on this beer because I'm slow here. But again, I'm a sipper, right? I'm a sipper. If I had tried this beer and I didn't like it, it would just be like, oh shit, I got to go into the kitchen and find another beer because, I do have some other ones out there. I would have had to go out in the kitchen and find some other beer because I wouldn't want to just drink this because I committed to drinking it. That is really nice. What do you say, guys? You ready to open some snacks? Yeah. Okay. So I'll give you the choice. All right. So we have our Thai Lay's salted egg flavor. We have our Calbee semi-dried oyster flavor, and we have our Calbee melty cheese pizza flavor. So you guys let me know which one you want to start with, and I'll open it up from the bottom, of course. So, I'm watching here. Jeremy, you got YouTube notification. Cool. I like to know that works. I can't tell. I've tried the Thai basil Lays, and they're amazing. So I say you try the Lays. Everybody, Jeremy says the Lays. Tourniquet Jaw says the Lays. Let's do the Lays. All right. Sounds delicious. Okay, here we go. So again, you will definitely see me do this on Reckless Eating, and you will actually see me do this on Trippy Food. Essentially, open it from the bottom. And you have the pizza potato chips right now, Janice. You're kidding me. You actually have this brand. You actually have the Calbee pizza potato chips. If you do, hang on, and we're going to open those together. All right. Let me know if you have this exact brand. Let me know. We're going to open these together. Okay. Anyways, I might have even talked about this last time. If so, just say shut up, Val. The reason that I open the chips from the bottom is because I used to open them from the top, and I'd be doing I'd be filming a YouTube episode, and I'd be eating them, and I go like, yeah, they're okay. They just don't, they're supposed to be hot, they're not hot. They're supposed to be peppery, they're not peppery. They're supposed to be this, and they're not this. So after I finished filming the episode, I would continue eating them, and then by the time I got down to the bottom of the bag, I'm like, here's where all the flavor is. All the seasoning and everything just kind of settled into the bottom of that bag. So now I open it from the bottom, assuming that all that seasoning and whatever is settled to the bottom of the bag, and that's where I'm going to get the flavor. Yes, the Calbee pizza potato chips original flavor. Awesome, Janice. Awesome. So we can do those. You have them with you right now. We'll do those next. Okay. So here we go. these are turn it upside down and read, end up with a lap full of potato chips, right? So these are the salted egg flavored chips. They just look like normal potato chips, right? Nothing weird there. They smell a little eggy, but nothing really strong. It doesn't taste like a potato chip. Actually, I get the salted egg yolk from them. It's slightly eggy. Maybe you have to eat more of them. Yeah, that's it. You have to eat more of them, and then that eggy flavor comes in. I don't know if it tastes like salted yolk or because it's kind of eggy flavored. And they put salt in the potato chips. They call it salted yolk. I don't know. They're not bad. It's not like something that just like kind of punches you in the face and goes, hey, I taste like salted yolk. Tourniquet jaw, you are absolutely correct. It is a delicate flavor, like lion. Not bad. But like you said, very delicate, very subtle. When you say over pasta dishes, you mean you put the potato chips over pasta dishes? Or you put salted egg over pasta dishes? Let me know. I'm interested. Let's chase that down. You can see I got some sweat happening here. So not having that fan on, it's getting caught up with me. And also you can see my my COVID mop. So yeah, my hair is, for some reason, is growing on the top. It's not growing so much on the sides, but it's growing on the top, and it is getting pretty crazy. I wake up in the morning, I look like Frederick Douglass, you know. So yeah, it's getting a little unwieldy. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's not too bad right now, but I'm looking more and more like Jay Leno every day. Grated salted yolk over pasta. Yeah, and I've been in the Asian grocery. I see where you can buy like the dried salted yolk, and yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to try that. I'm actually going to try that. For pasta, we did an episode where we did the cod roe pasta, and there was one that comes in a package, and you put it together and everything. That was okay, but then we actually made our own cod roe pasta, and it was really good. So that was something I had never tried before. I think some people do uni, or the sea urchin, on pasta. And then certainly in Cincinnati, you have 2-way, 3-way, and 4-way chili, which is basically served on pasta, on spaghetti, chili on spaghetti. And that's really good too. So yeah, when I was a kid, my mom would cook swordfish, boil swordfish, and put it on top of pasta. And then other times she would take tripe. She would cook tripe and put the tripe on top of the pasta as well. So yeah, any port in a storm, whatever you got on hand, use it. Looks similar to cheese when you grate it. Yeah, but it's kind of like it's not like an orange, like a cheddar or an American cheese orange. It's not like my trash barrel is trying to escape. It's not like that kind of yellow or orange. It's like a reddish orange color, I think. So it's really unique. But I could see where it would look like cheese. Yeah, if you're going to grate it like that, sure. Yeah, that is nice. I like that. Maybe we'll do that every week too. You guys know. Let me know. You want to try a beer every week? And one of the things that I can do is I can let you guys know ahead of time and see if you can get it, so that we're all trying it at the same time. Let me know if that works for you too. Again, some of you are getting notification. I only I set up the live stream about an hour and a half before I actually did it. I'm wondering if I can, if I set up the live stream today for next week, or if I set it up a few days and ahead of time, you get notification and we'll give you enough time. But I think that's a good idea. If you'd like to do that, we can all drink something together, and I can post what beer we'll be drinking, and then you guys can all get that, and we'll all try it together. So I love to share. It's all again. I said this last week. I'll say it again. I'll say it every single time. What good is experiencing something unique and original if you can't share it with people? It's no good. You take that to the grave with you, and it's like, what was the point, right? Have I ever tried Batarga? No, I have not. I'm not even sure what that is, but now I have to. See, the problem is that I have this obsessive curiosity, right? And so somebody says, "Oh, so I'm watching this movie, and it's that guy, the guy that was in such and such." Like, no. Well, anyways, he was like, "No, who's the guy?" And they're like, "I don't know." It's like, well, no, I need to know who it was, and then it'll drive me nuts until I find out who it is. And I'm the same way with like food or travel. Somebody will tell me about a place and like, "Oh, have you ever been to such and such a place? Oh, that place is so cool, and they do this there, and they do this there." Like, no, but I'm going. Like, when? Maybe tomorrow. And the same with food. Have you ever tried this? It's like, nope, but I'm going to, because it's an obsessive curiosity. I've had it my whole life. And growing up as a teenager, it's like I lived maybe 10 miles from Boston, and as a teenager, they put in they extended the subway, the MBTA, to go out into my neighborhood, and so I thought, I'm going to get on the train. I was like 13, 14 years old. I'm getting on the train. I'm going to go into Boston. I'm going to check out to see whatever Boston has. So yeah, I've always had this obsessive curiosity, and that's kind of what drives my taste for unusual food and unusual travel. I have not tried Batarga, so I can look it up, which I will certainly do afterwards, or you can tell me what it is. But either way, I'm going to find out what it is, and I'm going to see if I can try it. Now, if you told me, have I ever tried Kazu Marzu, the answer would be no. And the problem is I haven't tried it, only because the only place you can get it is in Sardinia, and I think it might even be illegal there, which is that maggot cheese. Some people would not try that, but for me, that's a holy grail item. That is definitely on the top of my bucket list, is to try Kazu Marzu. Oh, it's dried skipjack tuna liver. Huh. Interesting. I just bought a tin of cod liver oil. Not cod liver oil, cod liver. I just bought a tin of cod liver. I'm debating on whether I'm going to do like separate episodes. I bought a bunch of stuff, and I'm debating whether I'm going to do separate episodes or another Trippy Food grab bag where we do a bunch of different things all together and everything. But yeah, I've had at sushi bars. I've had the monkfish liver, which is really good and everything. So I think dried. It might be a textural thing. It might be a little weird from a textural thing. As far as tuna liver, I'll bet it's pretty good. So I'm going to have to try that. Where do you what kind of places would even have that? Because I don't think in my travels I've seen it. I've seen it anywhere that had that. Janice, are you ready to open up the pizza chips? You let me know. You say yes, and as soon as you say yes, we'll go ahead and open these chips up. I'm waiting for you. Let's have another sip. So it looks like we're probably going to do 2 hours. We have, we've had 8. It went up. I think at one point in time we had like maybe 13 or 14. And we're at 8, but that's okay. If there's 2 people on, and I'm one of them, we will continue to do this. As long as you guys are enjoying it, as long as you're getting entertainment value for this, then we'll continue to do this. There we go. Yes, Janice, you're ready. Okay. Janice, what I want you to do is I want you to turn the bag upside down, and I want you to open it from the bottom of the bag. Okay. You ready? Here we go. Always be prepared, whether you're a Boy Scout or not. It smells like pizza. I mean, really, it smells like pizza. I think maybe it smells like more like marinara sauce with Italian spices. Yes, Janice, they are. I recommend scissors. Wow. They smell like almost. They must smell like lasagna. It almost has that smell. Like a kind of a meat sauce, a spicy meat sauce kind of smell. I like it. Here, have a look at that. It's an Italian type of ingredient, so you might be able to find it at some nice Italian restaurants. I'm going to try an Italian deli. So there's I know that there's one in just past Pasadena, and I know that there's a good Italian deli in Eagle Rock. There's also Bay Cities in Santa Monica, but I'm not really happy with them. They make lousy cannoli. It's like, so Tourniquet Jaw says, you might be able to find it at some nice Italian restaurants in LA. Good luck finding Italian restaurants. I grew up on the East Coast. There's Italians everywhere on the East Coast. In the LA area, they're hiding. There used to be a Little Italy here. So the North Beach is Little Italy in San Francisco, and then I think they call it Little Italy in San Diego. They have their own Little Italy. There isn't a Little Italy in Los Angeles. There used to be, but it got absorbed by Chinatown. So I think for a while there was a place called something Joe's, Papa Joe's or something like that. It was the last remaining place, and it wasn't even open. It was just basically a place where film crews could go in and film. And it was like right in the middle of Chinatown. And then that's closed. It's gone. I think they tore it down. So yeah, there's no Little Italy here, and there's very few Italians. But there's a few, like Eagle Rock Italian bakery and deli, really good. And the other thing that is lacking out here is East Coast subs, especially the Italian subs. It's not a difficult thing to do. It's really not difficult at all, but nobody gets it right. The first thing you notice is they put lettuce on it, and as soon as you put lettuce on an Italian sub, it's gone wrong. It's gone completely wrong. It's not valid. So yeah, Italian culture out here, the pizza, it's very lacking out here. So Italian culture out here is sorely missing. All right, so Janice, you ready? Did you get it open? I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting for you. They are hard to open. Grab some scissors. You let me know when they're open. We're gonna try this together. I like that smell. I mean, that's like Italian. That's an Italian food smell from a company from Hong Kong. It's already been open. All right, Janice, let's dig in. Here we go. And these are ridged. They're ridged chips. And you can see the Italian spices in there, right? And they got that reddish from the sauce. Those are good. Those are good. The blobs are melted cheese. Oh, cool. I don't get a lot of blobs. There's some on there. I'm getting the hint of pizza. Now, the thing about pizza is the dough is everything. If you got crappy dough, you got crappy pizza, right? The dough is everything. Here, there's no dough. There's potato chips, right? I don't know that I've ever had a pizza made from potato flour, from dough made from potato flour. I imagine it's possible. I've just never seen it. I have had donuts made from potato flour, spud nuts, but I like them. I like them. That's what what can I say? So I'm not getting the full pizza flavor because of the lack of the flavor that you would get from crust. It's going to be a lot different than what potato is going to offer. But I do like the flavor. What do you think, Janice? Yeah, I like these. I do like that they got that. They got the sauce. They got the sauce and they got the spices down. The cheese is subtle. It's there, but it's subtle. The only thing missing is that crust flavor. But yeah, big thumbs up on that. What do you think, Janice? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle? I wish we were filming this. I wish we were filming this, Janice, and you were in this video. We've had them before because another YouTuber told us about them. Oh, well, good. I just found them at I did a a shopping trip at Hawaii Supermarket the other day, and I saw them on the shelf, and I'm like, I'll give these a shot. So yeah, Janice, what do you think? Let us know what you think. We had another one. Oh yeah, we have the dried oyster. That ought to be interesting. Let's have some more beer first. Janice, you are in the LA area, the LA area proper. Is that correct? So, so I think that you probably have access to the same stuff that I have access to. So, I don't know if there's a John's Marketplace near you. I don't know exactly what part of LA you live in. LA is big, but yeah, it's cool because I think in future episodes I can say, hey, I'm going to get this, and you'll probably be able to get it. Definitely thumbs up. You should go to Tokyo Central Market here in LA, in Little Tokyo. I have not been there. You're absolutely right. I'm going to have to go there. I used to. I'm trying to remember what the name of the Japanese Mitsuwa Market. I've been to Mitsuwa Market there on Venice Boulevard, I think, in LA near Venice, and then one of the ones I used to frequent a lot when I lived up in Oregon was Uwajimaya in Beaverton, and Uwajimaya is big and very well stocked. The one we go to is in Gardena, yes, in LA, the southern end of. Oh, okay, so you're maybe near Torrance, maybe like down that far. Tourniquet Jaw, do you think overall LA has a great food scene? I do. I think they're lacking in some stuff, but I think that they excel in some of the stuff. So because of their proximity to both Mexico and Asia, they excel in both of those things. Like for instance, in Portland, Oregon, I lived in Portland, Oregon for 4 years, and in Portland, Oregon, the Chinese food is really, really hard to come by. I've only ever found one authentic Chinese restaurant, which was Taste of Szechuan, and I think it's in Beaverton or Hillsborough, one of those cities. And that was the most authentic Chinese restaurant that I was able to find. And when I say authentic, by authentic, they had 2 frog dishes on the menu. Mexican food, okay. As far as other Latin American foods, not so much. But down here in the LA area, yeah, there is a very, very wide variety of good ethnic cuisine. Again, a little bit scarce on the Italian part, but other than that, yeah, pretty good. A good city for being able to branch out and for being able to try different things. Yes, we live near Torrance. A lot of good Mexican, Japanese, and Korean food. Absolutely. Thai restaurants too. I did like some of the Thai restaurants in Beaverton or Portland area. The only problem is that there's kind of like Americanized Thai, but they did it very well. So the food's delicious. It's just if you're expecting like hardcore Thai food, yeah, you're not going to get it. Janice, thank you very much for joining me in those pizza chips. They were very good. So, I suppose we ought to just go ahead and do the dried oyster ones. How do you do dry oysters on a chip? I guess we're about to find out. And Janice, I don't suppose you have these. And I'm using this. Oh. I just opened the bag. Whoa! It smells like low tide at Nahant Beach. Okay, here we go. Here, take a look at those. They look like chips, right? It seems to me, judging by these and judging by the other Calbee ones, is that they put chunks of stuff on their chips. So this has chunks of stuff on it, and I'm guessing they're chunks of oyster. Here we go. It's have a weird powderiness, a weird kind of powder on them. That's strange. They don't taste like they smell. That's a good thing. You guys hear that crunching? Remember I talked about eating is something for the senses? There's a crunching. You guys, I think you guys can hear it because I got the mic right here. I can hear it because I can hear it inside my head. So again, all the senses. Smell of low tide, crunching sound, subtle taste of oyster. I love oysters. This is really subtle. I'm going to give this a thumbs in the middle. They deliver on the smell for oysters. The taste, not so much. Yeah, the taste, not so much. So I'm not really, it's really kind of a subtle oyster taste, and I'm just not really getting it in there. So yeah, thumbs in the middle for on this one. The pizza ones, yeah, thumbs way up. Maybe it didn't taste like I was eating pizza, but it did taste like I was eating something Italian. If you can find them, Quakea, I hope I'm saying that right. Quakea fruit-flavored potato chips are very interesting. Yeah. When you say fruit-flavored, are you talking about like jackfruit flavored? Because I've seen jackfruit chips. But what kind of fruit flavors are you talking about? Have you ever tried fugu? Not sure I am brave enough. Yes, I have. So they're closed now, but there was a Korean restaurant here in the LA area. They were called Daebak, which I think means fugu. It means blowfish. And what they would do is they would take the blowfish and they would cook it like 5 different ways. So they made a soup and they made a salad with the skin of the blowfish done crispy. And then they had the meat. I don't remember if it was sashimi style or not, but yeah, they did it. They did it like 4 or 5 different ways. And I don't know. I don't know if it was one of those things where they just used the outside of the fish and they didn't even bother cutting into it, because that's where you run into problems. I think it's if you nick the liver and you get even just a little tiny bit of that neurotoxin will paralyze your entire body and you'll be dead within 20 minutes. There's no antidote to that. And but if you go to a place where the person is fully licensed, you have to be licensed to be able to prepare that. If you go to a place that's fully licensed, there are very few incidents of of people being poisoned and dying from that. There is the risk. There was famously a sumo wrestler who decided he wanted to commit suicide, and he just basically sat there and ate meal after meal of blowfish till it finally killed him. But so the way you can tell that you're actually eating blowfish is that toxin is going to be there, but in very tiny amounts. But it's going to be there enough that you're going to feel like a numbness on your tongue, and that numbness is caused from the same thing that causes the paralysis. And it's how you know you're actually eating blowfish is that even just like eating the skin and stuff, there still has a little bit of that toxin, and it's going to numb your tongue. So yes, I have had blowfish. I have also had strawberry flavored potato chips. That does sound interesting. Are they potato chips though, or are they some other kind of flour that they use, or I don't know. Like cassava, which is yucca makes they would make good chips too, and yucca is a root. It's a plant root, and it would I think it would lend itself more to the flavor of fruit. So we were talking about poisonous food. One of the dishes I've had, and I had this several years in a row because this woman that I was seeing, her family was from rural Alabama, and every year on Mother's Day, we would go to her family home, or where most of her family lived. We would just get in a van full of people, and we would all go out there to I think it was Hamilton, Alabama, which is like really rural, really in the middle of nowhere. And I remember one of her aunts saying, "Valentino, have you ever had poke salad?" And I said, "No, I can't say that I've had a poke salad." So they showed me a plant. It's just a weed, and they showed me the plant, and they said, "Hey, this is what poke salad looks like. This is what the plant looks like." So pick the green leaves. Don't get any of the leaves that have any purple on them at all. Don't get the stems. Don't get the berries. Don't get any other part of the plant. Just get the green, the small green leaves. Just gather that. Now, we're going to give you a bag. We're going to send you out in the woods. You go and gather as much of this as you can. And if you do that, we will make you poke salad. So, who am I to say no? So I got it and I brought it back. And the way they prepare it is that they boil it and then they rinse it, and they do that like 3 times. And then they put some bacon fat in a pan and maybe throw some onion in there and throw the poke salad in there, sort of like you would do spinach. And sometimes they'll put egg in there as well. And then and it's just like it is like the. I don't want to say bitter, but it definitely has a bite, and so it's real. So and it's most likely the toxins that cause that. So if you were to just take it and eat it raw, and you'd probably get really, really sick. They say that animals only eat it if they're starving to death, and I think the people in the United States started eating it back in the Depression because they were starving to death, and so they just saw this plant and they go like, "We'll figure out a way to make it so that we don't die." And so yeah, that was another one of those ones that you go like, yeah, probably a good idea if I don't eat this on a regular basis, but glad to say that I tried it. All right, here we go. Mayan, the strawberry flavored. Is that the beer? The strawberry flavored chips, I guess, are Mayan. So, oh, Europrop. Wait a minute, you just came in. I just saw you. You just showed up. You were here last time. How are you, Europrop? We're doing a little bit earlier for you guys, so it's like what is it, like 1 o'clock there right now? Maybe midnight or 1 o'clock. You are in Denmark, if I'm not mistaken, right? Denmark. So welcome to say hello to Europrop from Denmark, everybody. Say hi to Europrop, because we're family here. That is a good beer. That is a good sipping beer. Yeah, I like a beer. I introduced you to Tiny Val, right? So again, anybody out there, tell me what episode it was that Tiny Val starred in. He was the star of the episode. Tell me about it, and we can talk about that episode. The story behind Tiny Val is, I don't know that we showed it in that episode, but we were in Seattle and we went to Archie McPhee's. And if you don't know what Archie McPhee's is, you've seen the people with the horse masks on. So Archie McPhee's is the company that makes those horse masks. They make all kinds of, it's like a novelty company. And if you could see it, right there is my lunchbox. Not the plane. The plane is hanging from the light fixture. But right there is my lunchbox. And it's a Meat Parade lunchbox. And that is from Archie McPhee's. I got that at Archie McPhee's in Seattle. But they have a bin full of people, and Tiny Val was one of the people in that video, and he wasn't wearing these clothes, so I painted jeans on him, and I painted my famous shirt that people say, Val, don't you have any other shirts? I painted that shirt on him. I think the hair was already gray. And so, I made Tiny Val. I actually have a few Tiny Vals, and he shows up in some episodes because I have him standing next to the plate, but he actually features in one video. So one of the times I was visiting my granddaughters, they loved Tiny Val, and I said, you know what, Pops is going to stay with you because I'm going to give you a Tiny Val. But they decided they don't like the name Tiny Val, so they call him Pipsqueak Pops, and so there are 3. Tiny Vals or Pipsqueak Pops in existence. One is on the shelf back there. One is right here. And my granddaughters have the 3rd one. So, hey, if that's something you're interested, if you would like a Pipsqueak Pops or a Tiny Val, let me know, and we'll add that to our merch. How is Chris from Reckless Eating doing? Haven't seen him online in a while. I have not. And the thing about Chris is we see Matt more than we see Chris. Again, I filmed some stuff with Matt today. I haven't filmed a lot with Chris, and the thing is availability, and that's because Chris has a day job as well, and so Chris's availability is less, and so I think he's been doing less. I don't remember the last time I saw him like in a main show episode. It's maybe been a month or so like that. So and Matt churns out an episode a day, so he's always churning stuff out, and I think he doesn't wait until Chris is around. He just tries to get things done, as quickly as possible. So we did film 3 things today. I think we filmed one thing for Trippy Food, and we filmed 2 things for Reckless Eating. So today, there's some new hot dogs at Wiener Schnitzel. And Wiener Schnitzel is a West Coast thing. So, if you're on the East Coast or in Denmark, you're not going to see the Wiener Schnitzel. But Wiener Schnitzel is a West Coast thing. And we filmed that today. And that episode should be up on Monday morning. We'll have that episode on because it's a limited time only thing. And so you got to go out there and get it. We went to do Krispy Kreme has some fruit-filled donuts, which is a new thing for them. We were going to do that, but they don't have walk-up. You have to wait in line. And they don't have the fruit-filled donuts on the weekend, so we couldn't do that. And then we filmed for Reckless Eating. We filmed a fudge M&M thing, and what was the other thing we did? We did some sort of protein bar taco chip thingy. So those are the things we did. And then this week we're going to be filming some more stuff with Reckless Eating. I think the plan is to have Matt and Lindsay do some episodes. So we'll do some more stuff for Reckless Eating, and we'll do some more stuff for Trippy Food, and hopefully we'll have those out soon as well. Jim Stennett, welcome aboard. You lived in Birmingham for 6 years. Birmingham, Alabama, or Birmingham, England? Oh, because we were talking about Alabama, so I'm assuming you mean Birmingham, Alabama. First time I had poke salad, my host didn't tell me what it was. I guess from the safety standpoint, they didn't tell you what it was. Like, well, if he doesn't die, we'll tell him what it is. Thought it was just greens, and you were right. If you aren't warned, it will jolt you. Yeah, it does. It has a bite. It's like, it does have a bite, but it's a nice bite. Here's the thing: if you are with somebody who is making poke salad for you, again, they're going to put in some bacon in the pan so they get some bacon grease, and that's how they're going to fry that up. Don't eat the bacon. And I say don't eat the bacon because that piece of bacon somehow absorbs the bitterness of the greens, and it's bad. So yeah, don't eat the bacon. If you get a piece of the bacon in the pan, don't eat it. But Jim, welcome aboard. I haven't seen you here. It looks like you're new. The hot dogs looked less than impressive. The hot dogs. Janice, I'm sorry. Remind me which hot dogs we were talking about. We tried some Sour Patch Chips Ahoy that were interesting. Really? Sour Patch Chips Ahoy? I don't know. I'm not a big sweets person, but Sour Patch in a cookie? Did it have the chocolate chips in it as well? That sounds really weird. It sounds really weird, which means that I have to try it. So I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna actually have to try it. I don't think I aired the episode yet, but I did 3 hot candies. I think that episode's coming up. I did 3 hot candies, and one of them was I want to say a 9 million Scoville unit gummy bear. Just stupid. Tried those 2, Janice. So now we have people talking. We have Janice and Ari Friedman talking to each other, which is really nice. Again, we're family. We're all friendly here. So, feel free to talk to the other people that are in the chat. That's what it's there for. It is 2:30 in the morning in Denmark. Okay. So, hopefully we're not keeping you up too late. That's why you weren't here when we first started, but that's the reason that we went for a 4 p.m. start date rather than the 6 p.m. start date that we did last time, is for you and some of the other, I'm trying to remember who it was that was, Dar Jacane from Germany, you and DB82 from Ireland. We wanted to make sure that you guys it was a little bit earlier for you guys to come on. They thought it was funny to surprise a new guy. Yeah, death is always hilarious. The thing is, they explained to me what it was because they asked me if I ever had it before. I said no. They showed me what it was, and they told me don't pick the purple parts of the plant. And I easily understood that to mean you could die. So yeah, I knew what it was when I was eating. And the thing was, 1 year, because they used to do this reunion for Mother's Day, and 1 year my mom went. And my mom actually tried poke salad. And this is the woman that doesn't want me to tell her how head cheese is made because she's afraid she won't like it. But she ate the poke salad. So I have a picture of her eating the poke salad. So that's actually proof. I am in the process of writing a book, and I will have the picture of my mom eating the poke salad in that book. The Wiener Schnitzel hot dogs. Yes, the Wiener Schnitzel hot dogs are the 3 international ones they just did. So they have a Cuban one, which is like a Cubano, right? It has the pickles, the mustard, the cheese, and a hot dog, right? Obviously, they don't have a Cubano bun. I mean, a Cubano bread bun. It's just a bun. But it's their shot at it. They do a German one that has a spicy German mustard and sauerkraut on it, and that's really good. And then the other one they did, what was the other one? The other one, maybe it was a Mexican one. It had grilled onions and jalapenos and some other stuff on it. Everything. It was like, oh, and all 3 were really good. But I won't tell you how really good they were. I won't tell you whether they got a thumbs up or a thumbs in the middle or a thumbs down. I won't tell you that because Monday the episode comes out, and then you will be able to watch that and see for yourself. But all right. So this is something I'm going to do for you, Janice. And Janice, this is important for you because you live in Southern California. You live in the LA area. So this is important for you, not so much for everybody else, but I'm going to do this for Janice's benefit. If you go to Wiener Schnitzel's website, they have a coupon that you can either download it to your phone and then they can scan it, or you can print it if you want to. And it's you get a free international hot dog with every item you bought. So I went in there and I said, okay, I want all 3 of your international hot dogs. And I handed them this. And they said, oh, but you have to buy something. And I'm like, I'm buying 2 of your international hot dogs, and you're giving me the 3rd for free with this. So I would recommend, Janice, if you're going to do that, go to their website, get this coupon, either print it or save it on your phone so they can scan it, go into the Wiener Schnitzel, and you can get all 3 for the price of 2. And it's not expensive. I think they're like 3 something a piece or something like that. So for the 3 with the coupon, it cost me like $7, something like that. I don't like to. Jim, I don't like to surprise people with food, and I don't like to surprise people with food because I don't know if they have food allergies. B, I don't know what kind of reaction they're going to have. So the worst thing you can do is tell somebody, "Oh, that's dog you're eating," and then not only do they throw up, but they start choking. They're like they're choking because they have this horrid thought that they've just swallowed dog meat, and they start choking, and that's on you, right? So I don't tell people. What I do is I say, this is. I might not tell them exactly what it is, just because, like for instance, if somebody's going to eat capybara, right? Capybara is delicious, but I don't know that right off the bat I want to tell them that you're eating the world's largest rodent. I just might say, this is a very exotic meat. It is not typical. It is not a typical animal. I would like you to try this, and I would like you to just keep an open mind as what it is. It is not pork. It is not beef. It is not anything that you've ever had before. It is something totally unique. But I would like you to experience the taste. Now, if you're somebody who's a very visual person, I'm not going to tell you what that is because I don't want you to have this negative vision in front of you when you're trying this thing. I don't want you to like put it in your mouth and spit it out because you say, oh my God, I'm eating a rat. This is disgusting. It's not disgusting. I want you to eat it, and I want you to focus on the flavor, and I want you to focus on the taste and see if you really enjoy that. So in that case, I might not tell them what it is, but I might warn them that it is something very, very unusual, something you've never had before. And if you would like, I will tell you afterwards what it is. I'm not going to give you anything that's illegal. I'm not going to give you anything that's poisonous. I'm not going to give you human meat, anything like that. But I would like you to try this. And if I think the person is a physical, a visual person, I might not tell them what it is. I might just say, hey, it's something you haven't had before, but I would like you to try this, and I would like you to focus on the taste, and then I will tell you what it is. But I will never tell anybody, like, I will never serve them like coyote and tell them it's beef. Tell me what you think. No, not going to do that. So I will be honest with people if they ask what it is and they say, like, I will try it, but tell me what it is. Or if they say, no, I refuse to eat anything, you don't tell me what it is, tell me what it is, and then I'll tell them what it is. And if they go, I'm not eating that, I'm like, okay, I gave you a shot. You'll have to sit and watch me eat it. We'll probably try. Yes, Janice, do try them, unless you want to wait till Monday, till the video comes out, so you can see what they are. But I will tell you that we tried all 3. pretty good. So maybe you just want to try one, and one floats your boat more than the other. I'll leave that up to you. The other hot dog was an Aussie dog. Yes, it was. Thanks for the tip on the coupon. It was an Aussie dog. You're absolutely right. I don't know that there's a particular Australian cuisine. I like you can't say Outback Steakhouse is Australian. It's not Australian cuisine. So I don't know how they come up with that for Aussie, because it had, like I said, grilled onions and jalapenos on it, which to me, that doesn't scream Australia to me. But it is what it is. Janice, because you are local, we are gonna have to get you in an episode. So if you are willing to do that, you just let me know. Send me an email. Let me know your availability. I have a day gig, so during the week it's hard to do that, during the day at least. But evenings is fine, and weekends are fine. And we might want to wait till things start opening up again, which I guess they are slowly. And let me tell you this: we have 15 minutes left. So let me get personal with each one of you, and let me tell you that these are strange times that we're living through. And these are somewhat dangerous times that we're living through. And the biggest reason that these are dangerous times that we're living through is because we don't completely understand what's going on, right? We don't completely understand everything that's going on. We're taking a lot of precautions because we don't understand what's going on. We don't understand, is this something that's going to come back? We don't understand, is this something we can become immune to? We don't understand, is this something that they're going to come up with a cure? We really don't know. Is this going to kill us? Is this going to make us sick? Are we going to, we just don't know. So whether we actually believe that this is real or not, I really hope that we all kind of take care of each other on this, right? And kind of do things out of respect. Like, I know a lot of people, they'll say, like, I don't want to wear a mask. Why don't you want to wear a mask? Because I don't think I'm going to get sick, so I have no reason to wear a mask. Well, you don't wear a mask because you're afraid you're going to get sick. You wear a mask because if you're an asymptomatic carrier, you don't get other people sick. That's why you wear a mask. So you do it out of respect for other people, so you don't get other people sick. That's why you do it. I understand there's probably all kinds of reasons why somebody might not want to do that. They might think it's a violation of their rights. They might not. They might actually believe that this thing isn't real and the whole thing is a hoax. And I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into what people believe or why people believe it or what's true or what's not true and everything. All I'm saying is there is a situation right now that we don't completely understand that is somewhat hazardous. And the better we treat each other and the better other people treat us, the better off we're going to be. And we'll all get through it together a lot easier. I have sympathy for people who are losing money because they can't work or because they can't reopen their place of work. I have sympathy for people who say it's an inconvenience for them to wear a mask. It is an inconvenience for them to wash their hands all the time. It is an inconvenience for them to practice that. I completely understand, and I'm not here to get into a political discussion about it. I'm not here to defend it, and I'm not here to attack it. Neither way. All I'm saying is, no matter how we feel, no matter what we think, let's take care of each other, right? Let's just take care of each other, and let's help those who are weaker or more gullible. Either one. Let's help each other, and we'll get through it. That's all I'm going to say. So that's just from me to you. When I go out, I wear a mask, and I don't do it for me. I do it so that if I'm a carrier and I have it, I don't give it to other people. That's why I do it. And I know some people say to me like, oh, but if I wear a mask, it's harder to breathe. And I'm like, well, yeah, true. But then you think about a doctor who's doing 2-hour surgery. He's wearing a mask for 2 hours. We're just talking about you going to the grocery store. I don't know how long you spend in the grocery store. People say, well, it's hard for me to breathe in the mask. Yeah, I completely agree. It's a lot harder to breathe if your lungs are filling up with fluid and you have to be stuck on a respirator. That's harder to breathe. So, just be nice to each other. All right. Even if you disregard what I just said, just be nice to each other. Right. This has been a weird ass year. Right. It's been a weird year. Let's take care of each other. Let's be nice to each other. Jim, I went to college in Mississippi, and two things people make fun of Southerners are for squirrel and possum. I have had possum. I made a possum stew. And I think I have video of that. I can't remember how long ago that was. Maybe 2012 or something. I have that video, and I will do that as a archive video. I mean, what do I call that? I call it something, an archive video. So I actually did do a opossum stew. I brought it to a dinner party, and I told people it was an opossum stew, and people tried it, and people liked it. It was generally pretty good. So opossum, delicious. Love opossum. I have not had squirrel yet, which is really weird because they're all over the place. In Oregon, they have a problem with invasive species. And one of the invasive species they have a problem with is the eastern gray squirrel. They don't belong there, and they're destroying the environment for the local native squirrels there. And so the state of Oregon says if you trap one of these, like let's say you have one in your attic and you want to trap and you want to get them out of your attic, if you trap one of these and you let it go on public lands, they're going to fine you. You will get a fine for releasing this eastern gray squirrel, which is a invasive species on public land. And so it is acceptable. It is completely acceptable that if you do have eastern gray, and make sure which squirrel you have. Don't just be eating any squirrel because you could be eating a protected local species. But in Oregon, if you trap one of those eastern gray squirrels, eat it. Why not? Why not eat it? I have no qualms about eating it. But Jim, it sounds like maybe they made fun of you for eating squirrel and everything, but they obviously haven't tried it. Fried squirrel is delicious. I'll bet it is. I haven't had a rodent I didn't like. I don't know that squirrel is a rodent. It might not be a rodent. It might be like some separate family, like rabbits. They are not rodents. But I've had beaver. I have had muskrat. I have had nutria. I have had capybara, and I had baby mouse. I think I talked about the baby mouse last time. If not, let me know, and I will talk about that story because it's kind of funny and disgusting at the same time. A fried squirrel is delicious. Possum is okay, but very greasy and chewy. Yeah, I did it in a pressure cooker. I cooked it down in a pressure cooker. I think I put some potatoes and carrots and stuff like that in it, and so it might have been greasy, but the grease kind of dissipated because it was in a stew. So it was actually very tasty. So yeah, I liked the opossum, and I would probably like the squirrel. It will probably be my daughter trying the food. She does YouTube reviews on my channel. Janice, you have a channel. I'm going to have to check out your channel, Janice. So is it under your name, or does the channel have another name? Let me know. I'm gonna check out your channel, and if that's the case, then yeah, we will do a collaboration. And you will eat some unusual stuff. So yeah, you need to branch out because like I would not make anybody eat anything disgusting. Like even Matt, like there are some things like we tried the hot dog, the Cubano, the Cuban hot dog today had a pickle on top of it, and Matt infamously doesn't like pickles. And I'm like, do you want me to cut you a piece that doesn't have the pickle on it? He's like, nope, we got to do it the way it is. So yeah, I'm sensitive to that, but if you want to branch out, if you want to see how the other half lives, we'll do that too. Ryan, I am home with possible COVID symptoms. Don't mess around with that. Yeah, I isolated and took every precaution. Good for you, Ryan. Yeah, I'll say it. Shame on those who don't wear masks out. Shame on those who don't know what 6 feet is. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. I'm completely with you, Ryan. And again, like I said, I wear the mask because I don't know if I have it or not. As a matter of fact, in LA County, they made an announcement and they said anybody who wants a coronavirus test can get one, right? So they have a website. You go to the website and they ask you questions and they say, are you showing this symptom, this symptom, this symptom, this symptom? If you say no, that you're not showing the symptom, they go, oh, sorry, we don't have any appointments available. So you can't get tested if you're not symptomatic. And so the thing is I mean, maybe that's okay because maybe even if you do have it, it's good to know that you have it, but it's also good to know that you might have it and you might be healthy, or relatively healthy with that, but you don't want to infect others. So, wear the mask. So people like Ryan doesn't get sick. So Ryan, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping those symptoms get better. My daughter, Julie, who you've seen in the videos, she had symptoms. She went and she got a test. And she said the test was negative, but they said it might be a false negative. So they asked her to self-quarantine, which she did for, I think, like a week or 2 weeks. And the symptoms went away. And so she either said, I either had a mild case of it and it got better, or I had something else and it went away. But either way, she wasn't messing around with it. And yeah, it's not something you mess around with. Thank you. I'm holding out. There's just my, oh, okay. So Janice and Ryan are are talking, which is good. I like to get people talking with each other. That's what we're here for. Yes, it's under my name. She does a lot of theme park food. So your daughter does episodes on your channel, or you both do episodes on your channel, or how does that work? Well, either way, we'll figure it out. If your daughter's doing stuff and she's into doing unusual stuff, we'll drag her into. The more the merrier. You've seen our episodes where, so I will introduce you to more of the Trippy Food family. So there are the Bartholomews, my friend Nick Bartholomew and his family, his two kids. They've been on several episodes. I think we have one more left that they're going to be on. Jason Cantrell and his sons have been. I think Jason's been in a couple of videos, but his sons have been in one video. They were at the Rose City Pizza episode that we did. My two granddaughters, they've been in several episodes. The infamous clam one where they hated the clams. They were in that episode, and I think we did another one with them. I just can't remember which one. And then my grandson. My grandson's been in 3 or 4, and he's East Coast grandson. I'm a West Coast grandson, but we did East Coast stuff with him. So one of our St. Patrick's Day episodes, we did fluffernutters with him, and he loved them. So yeah, the more the merrier. We're a big family. Thanks, Val. It really makes a difference in my hope levels. Good, Ryan. I seriously hope hopefully we will see you next week, and you'll feel much better. So yeah, don't mess around with that at all. Take precautions, get better. I don't even know how to, if they know even how to treat it. You just, from what I've heard is because it settles in your lungs, they say it's easier if you sit up. Like even if when you sleep that you sit up rather than lay down, because when you lay down, that's kind of when your lungs fill up and everything. So just, I don't know. I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on TV or on YouTube. So don't take my advice. I don't know. But again, be careful and be safe. We're all pulling for you, right? Right, Janice. All right. Janice told him that we're pulling for him. So everybody here, like, we're all family. Let Ryan know that that we love him and we're with him on this. It's under my name. She does a lot of theme park food. Thanks. She does the food reviews. My husband and I set up and film. My videos are archives for a band called Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies. Rockabilly stuff, maybe, or country. Sounds interesting. I'd like to check that out. I don't have anything of my own on my own YouTube channel, but if you do find stuff from my band out there, the band was called Notice. So I don't know if that helps you find it. It's interesting. So yeah, Janice. So we'll do stuff. If you're feeling adventurous, we'll get you on there. We'll get your daughter on there. We'll get your husband on there if he wants to do it too. So yeah, the more the merrier. More beer. We are winding this down. So, I mean, I know before we went over, but 2 hours seems to be, the thing is, I don't want to go too much over 2 hours, only because this is saved and then people who missed it can watch it. And to watch 2 hours is a bit much. I think the longest regular episode we have is maybe about 30 minutes, maybe. I think 30 minutes might be the longest one. And I think our Central California coast road trip was one of the longer ones. And I think that one clocked in around 30 minutes. We have some episodes that are like 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then we have other ones that are like on the high end about 30 minutes and everything. I don't want to go too much longer than that, because even when you look at the statistics, it's like, people watch this an average of 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they've answered the first 5 minutes of a 30-minute video. So yeah, with if we stop it at 20, even if you watch it over a period of time and watch several sessions in it, you'll get a chance to watch it. So yeah, 2 hours seems like a good stopping point, and we won't run out of stuff to talk about next week. So bluegrass and pop music done in bluegrass style. That sounds good. I'm all about bluegrass. I do like bluegrass and rockabilly and hillbilly, and so yeah. Bill Monroe, going way back. And Ray Price, I guess the early Ray Price stuff, because he was kind of a protege of Hank Williams. So that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm down with that. So we are winding it down now. We have a minute left. And so I will say my farewells to everybody. I will say thank you again. I think I've seen this climb up to, we're at 7 now, but I've seen this climb up to about 14 and everything. If you guys are enjoying it, again, let me know if anybody came in because they saw it on another platform, like if you saw it on Twitter, if you saw it on Instagram, or if you saw it on Facebook. Also, let me know, do you go out there? Do you go out to Facebook? To our Facebook page? Do you go out to our Instagram feed? Do you go out to our Twitter feed and check stuff that we're doing there? If you do, let us know, and let us know how we're doing. Let us know, what you think of those feeds, and if not, and if you are interested, let us know, and we'll give you the links. So again, people like Ryan, we're rooting for you, we're pulling for you, and we're hoping to prevent other people from having to go through what you're going through. And the only way we can do that is if we take care of each other and we help each other out, and really we respect each other. We don't all have the same views. We don't all think the same way. We don't all believe the same things. All right, let's respect that without attacking somebody. Try to understand where they're coming from, and at the same time, try to educate them and help them out so that we can keep other people safe. So be careful, be safe, be good, and we'll see you next Saturday. Thanks, everybody.